What's up, my friends? This is me. What's up, guys? Just doing Livestream Wednesday with you guys tonight. I'm traveling right now. I'm on a road trip, but I wanted to make sure that I touch base with you guys for live streams. I wanted to make sure that we are all together talking to one another. So I hope you guys are having a good Wednesday. It's been pretty crazy being out here during all of this madness. A little salt and pepper. Yeah, it's been pretty crazy being out here. Just checked into this hotel during COVID. And today's been a crazy day driving from Rhyolite, which in Nevada, driving all the way from Rhyolite in Nevada, which is by Beatty. Actually, driving from Beatty is the honest truth, all the way to San Jose. So I'm back in San Jose. So if you guys remember that video, that live stream we did out of that really cool studio, we're doing another shoot there. I had a request to do another shoot there, so we're going to be doing that tomorrow evening. So I'm back in the Bay Area, and we were all the way on the other side of Death Valley. It was like 7.5 hours, and then by the time we got into San Jose here, there's all these forms to fill out. There's contact tracing, and they're giving me a hard time, telling me unless I'm an essential worker that I can't stay at the hotel, even though I'm an ambassador with Marriott. And this is ridiculous. I mean, I can work at Taco Bell, but I can't stay at a hotel. So I just said, I have a press pass. I'm a member of the press. So sorry, I'm checking in. And so then it was just a ridiculous process, but bottom line is I'm in. All is well. I'm happy to be here. Doing the road trip with Miss Ina. She's an incredible model, as you guys, I'm sure you know. And we did a crazy shoot yesterday. Rhyolite is really cool, guys. If you haven't been out there, Rhyolite is a honest to goodness old ghost town, old mining ghost town. Now, what's super cool about Rhyolite is that, like I've been a lot of places, obviously. And so if you go to a place like Tombstone, Arizona, obviously famous for Wyatt Earp and all that kind of stuff, and the OK Corral. I've been there. I've shot the Birdcage Theater, done paranormal stuff there. I've been a lot of places, obviously. But Tombstone, for example, is very commercial. I mean, almost all of the places you go where it's historical, they're very commercial. Well, Rhyolite is really cool because there's no commercial activity at all. They have a bathroom that the Park Service cleans up, but it's on the other side of Death Valley out by Beatty, Nevada. And so we went and shot at an old jailhouse. And normally that stuff's roped off, but this jailhouse is just wide open. And if you saw the picture I posted on Instagram and stuff, what's up, guys? If you see the picture I posted on Instagram of that jail door, it's really cool because that jail door literally leads into the jail cells. And so the reason that front area is hollow is because that's where wood used to be that they made the jailhouse. But the actual part that was the holding cells is still, all intact because clearly that was made to stop people like Jesse James and blah, blah, blah from escaping. So yeah, it was great. It was really, really fun. Really glad to go there. And then the other really cool thing is out by Beatty, there's an old brothel. Yes, a brothel. Which if you guys don't know what a brothel is a place for ladies of the evening, to put it politely. To put it more impolitely, it is a place where people pay for a good time. Well, the reason I bring all of that up is because it's this old abandoned place called Angel's Landing in Beatty, Nevada. And it's got the brothel's been closed for decades, but there is a plane there. And there's as you read the information on the internet, the plane X amount of decades ago was doing a promotional stunt for the brothel, and it crash landed at this place. So we went over there and shot on top of this plane, which was really cool, really cool. And Ina did a really, really phenomenal job. She's really fantastic, fantastic model, and she's really great with posing, and she has a definite sense to herself and a lot of confidence in how she portrays herself. So it's really great. So just have great shoots. Just to give you guys a heads up on where I'm going to be coming up in case you guys want to try to connect and say hello. I am going to Tennessee Knoxville, Tennessee. Excuse me. Is that where I'm going? Yes. No. Next week, I think I'm going to Knoxville, Tennessee. Yeah, it's Knoxville. I'm going to Knoxville, Tennessee. I'm going to be shooting the Brushy Mountain Correctional Facility. I've been given exclusive access to this massive abandoned prison, and it's going to be incredible to shoot. So I'm going out to Tennessee to shoot that. Then following Tennessee, I'm going down to Miami. And I'm going to be down in Miami. And if you guys are in the Miami area, you can come to the event. I'm going to be shooting for 4 or 5 days. But the last day that I'm there, the 26th, I am going to be shooting. I'm going to be doing an event at ABC Camera Store. And so you guys can hook up with me there if you guys want to go. You can go to ABC Photo. Just look up ABC Camera Store. Or if you go to my website, you can go to right on the homepage under new events or whatever, upcoming events. It's going to have a link to that. So that's a really cool thing if you guys want to join. And that's on lighting and posing. It's actually the first workshop I've done in 8 months because of all this COVID mania. So anyway, that's kind of my update for you guys. People seem to like the A1 video, the steak sauce video that I put out. So I'm glad that you guys that's really cool. You want to see something abandoned, not bars on Mardi Gras Day? Yeah, no doubt. Hey, is it Mardi Gras right now? I think this is about it. Is it Fat Tuesday? Was yesterday Fat Tuesday? I don't know. I didn't pay attention since everything's just ridiculously closed now. So you guys are all saying hello. Thank you guys. Hello, hello, hello. Love all of you guys. A7 III or A7 R3 for portraits. I do the R3. I should go to Mount Rainier Paradise Park. Absolutely, that'd be great. Good evening from Escondido. Well, good evening from San Jose. Van location. Yep, same here. Sup, Jason. Bell on Cali, Texas would be a great landing spot. By the way, client shoots with Leica SL2 and Rotolite. Oh, Anova went great. Love combo and so impressed with light. Thanks for your advice. You're welcome, Scott. You're welcome, brother. Fat Tuesday's next Tuesday. Cool. You need to get me on medium format. I don't know. You guys, you think I should mess around with the Fuji GFX S100? I should just really set people on fire and shoot with the Fuji and see what people say. I think that would be absolutely hilarious. Thank you. Thank you for the compliment. You guys are awesome. Anyways, guys, so get your questions in. I'm not going to go as long as I normally do tonight, simply because, what's up, Lionel? I got a lot of work to output, So, but you're on your way to a shoot. Go get it, man. Go get it. It's going to be awesome. So tomorrow's the shoot. We may live stream a little bit of that, but we're definitely going to be filming the shoot that we do in the studio tomorrow night. Get on the Fuji money truck. I should get bribed by Fuji. Excuse me. Sorry. Bless me. What's up, Matt Stacy? Sorry for butchering your name. My English is no longer any good because I've been listening to Ina's Ukrainian. And so she says that I don't speak Ukrainian very well, but I'm trying. So, but it's been, she's a great co-pilot sitting there just doing the road trip. She does a great job. She listens to music and she dances like this and does stuff with her hands. She's actually really chill. It's actually really easy to travel with her, which is cool. You've been called much worse than Matt Stacey. Okay, well, how about Patrick Swayze? Anyway, so it's been quite a day. Quite a lot of travel. Got to grab some dinner here in a little bit, and then I'm just going to be editing more pics. Kind of my life. I've been watching that show, True Detective. You guys watch that? That's pretty crazy. That show's pretty nuts. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty nuts. So, but yeah, the A1 is steak sauce. The GFX 100S is the prime rib. Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, I'm not dogging the A1. I think that the Sony A1 is pretty awesome. Pretty damn awesome. And you guys already know what I felt on that. I just don't think it's needed by the masses, but I do think that the A1 is awesome. Check out Yellowstone for good TV. Yellowstone is a good show too. Yeah, Kevin Costner, that is a good one. Anyway, so that's now we're talking about TV shows. It's pretty funny. So what's your favorite TV show? Should we talk about photography or TV shows? I think photography would probably be better for the interest of most people, but you never know. You never know what people will want. So, but post more photo from the jail. That place looked amazing. It was amazing. We did 2 different outfits there. We shot 3 or 4 different sets. We shot the door, we shot the windows, and I shot both of those windows. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, if you go to in my Instagram page, if you go to my Instagram page, there is a whatchamacallit, there's a live stream that we did. And Mindhunter, yeah, that's a good one. I've watched that. That is a good show. Thoughts on real Fresnel tungsten lights? Not a big fan of something that you can't shoot remotely or portably. To be honest with you guys, just I'm not dogging any typical or traditional or other light system. I'm just saying that for the manner in which I shoot, and I think a manner for which a lot of the new age photographers shoot, it's all about portability. So if you're not able to take your lights and move them and shoot them on location, they lose a lot of that appeal for people. And on top of that, don't talk to me. Well, I don't want to be mean, but I mean, let's just be real. I mean, carrying around a car battery size battery pack to power your lights, and you're putting a battery pack on the ground and so on and so forth. That's a lot, man. It's a lot to do. And let's face it, most people don't have a crew to help out. It was pretty funny. Ina has shot with me a number of times. She's never shot with me without a crew. So when we got in the car and took off on the road trip, she's cute. She said, how are you going to shoot without a crew? And I said, well, believe it or not, I've actually, I've shot most of my career without one. So it was really fun to hear her perspective on that. But yeah, you just, when you're out by yourself, big, huge lights and all that, it's not conducive to long and prosperous shooting sessions. So let's talk about NASCAR. I know very little about NASCAR, so that would not be an interesting conversation. Will you ever make a program to sell? What kind of program do you want me to sell, Alex? Just tell me what you want me to sell, and I'll tell you whether or not I'll make one. You need generators to use old school tungsten. Exactly. I never have a crew. Got used to doing it by myself. Same. You wish you had a crew? I have a crew when people volunteer to help, which is great, and I really appreciate that. Carlos Cartagena says, what do you recommend, Godox V1 flash or Rotolights? Depends on what kind of work you do, Carlos. You got to give me some insight as to what the majority of your work will do. Here's the thing, guys. Whenever you're looking at gear, I know this sounds real common sense, but I get tons of gear questions by people, messages, emails, workshops. People ask me questions. I always say, look, first, what piece of gear will fit the majority of your work? You got to look for bang for a buck, or your return on your investment. So anytime you're looking at a lens, a light, a camera body, will you use that given, lens, light, camera body 10% of the time, 20% of the time, 50% of the time, or more? And if you can take that approach to your purchasing decisions, you're going to make much better purchases. My living room and my garage is full of stuff that I thought was going to be fantastic and ended up being a waste, and even good gear. I'm not saying it's bad gear, but as an example, the Sigma 105 1.4 art lens. It's a great lens. I bought it. I used it. I did some shoots with it. I love it. It's a beautiful lens, but it's very heavy. And I don't use it a lot. And the lenses that are in my bag, 50 millimeter Sony Zeiss, 85 G Master, 35 Sony Zeiss, 20 millimeter Sigma art lens, 70 to 200 G Master lens. Those are pretty much, those lenses represent about 90% of the work that I shoot. 90%. So anytime you're looking at a lens, keep that in mind. The other lens that I really do love, guys, that Tamron 17-70 for the crop sensor is a really cool lens. And that's the shoot that I did with Ina. I've been shooting her just with the A6500 this whole trip, actually. It's been really awesome. So rotolights are not a single point source. I don't know exactly what you mean by that. Loved volunteering. You learned doing that too. You actually learn a lot volunteering, to be honest with you. Hi, Jason. You're the greatest photographer ever. You have a gift. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. Well, that's very kind. Thank you. That's a very kind thing to say. Thank you so much. Godox monolights are great. Godox monolights are okay. They are not great. The reason I will not give them a stamp of approval as being great is because they overheat and the batteries die. I do not like them for that reason. By the way, guys, give me a thumbs up. I got to do this. People are saying I got to tell people to give me a thumbs up. So thumbs this thing up. Por favorcito. Ina, how do you say please in Ukrainian?
Будь ласка.
What?
Будь ласка.
Будь ласка?
Yes.
How was my Ukrainian?
That was good.
Oh, she said I said that good. Okay, будь ласка. I probably said that worse. Anyway, no, but I'm not crazy about the whatchamacallit. I mean, I do shoot the Godox monolights, but I've burned through the batteries countless times, and so I'm not a huge fan of those batteries, to be honest with you. Nice job on the Ghost Town shoot. Love the earthy tones. Thank you. I need a package bundle of your photography shill. Well, well, I like gear wise. Yeah, sure. The Tamron 17-70, 280, 799. Yikes. Yeah, but I'll tell you what, if I was a crop shooter, that would fit 90% of my needs. I'm telling you guys, think about what you're going to use 90% of the time, 80% of the time. And don't start buying the 20% of the time gear, the 25% of the time gear. Don't start buying that until you have all the 70% of the time gear. I know that sounds real like that's very basic, but it is basic. It's just simple. That's the way you buy gear. Stop buying stuff for some very specific purpose unless you do that specific purpose a lot of the time. Russian is post. What is that? Postluista? Do you speak Russian?
Yes, I do. The Ukrainians might.
How do you say it in Russian?
Пожалуйста.
Oh my gosh. Пожалуйста?
Yeah.
Okay. I am butchering the language here. Love your work, bro. Very inspiring. Need to make more videos. I'm working on it, my man. I am. Skills. Oh, you want me to sell a package on my skills? Well, that's kind of a one-on-one training session, and I've been doing a lot of that. So LEDs on a panel throw light differently than a single source light. Well, sure they do. Yeah, they definitely throw light differently. And one of the ways the LEDs throw light differently is it's much softer light. And if you think about it, if you think about a singular strobe, monolight, speed light, or whatever it may be, those sources of light always have to be diffused for those to be aesthetically pleasing. They're way too harsh. So just always think about the fact that we have people who sell us light sources that cannot be used as made. They have to be modified to be used. Just let that sink in for a minute. They don't make them in a way that can be used as is. You have to modify them to use it. That should tell you something. Okay, my little chachitos. Real estate headshots. Oh, are you indoors or outdoors? If I was indoors, I'd get the AOS. To be honest with you, I have the A6000. I'm just about to pick up the 17-70. Waiting on your video. Yeah, I gotta produce that video. It'll come out pretty soon. For generic or basic, what Sony should I get? Oh, just an A7 III, man. That's all you need. I have two 8600 one 8200. 180-400. What softbox sizes do you suggest for portrait work? Ooh, that's a good question. For the 8200 Pros, I would use that little snow globe thing that's on the end of it. That's actually really good. And then for the, I would recommend a 36-inch modifier with a deflector plate and using those 2 layers of diffusion. like a Rapid Box XL. The KGB is watching me. I believe it. I think, yeah, it's probably true. As stated above, LED and strobes are for different applications. Yes, they are. Would you ever make your lessons on a CD or online? No. The reason for that is once your information is out there, it can be easily stolen and replicated, and then you've lost it. So I don't see that happening, but who knows about the future? Would you use the Nova Pro for a beach shoot? Will it overpower the sun? If it depends on what you're doing. How close is your subject to your shoot? That's a very interesting question. If you use a traditional strobe, you're going to have to modify it, and it would work a traditional strobe like a 8400, 8600 would work really good on a beach. It would work really great. The problem is by the time you modify it, the wind is almost always a factor when you're shooting at the beach, would be a severe problem. And don't tell me about sandbags. It's still going to twist the head of the light. Guys, I shoot as much, if not more, than anyone out there. That's going to happen. So you'd have to really look at what you want to do, to be honest with you. I would actually recommend the Nova Pro 2 because when I use the Rotolights outside, I don't have to modify them. And that's one reason I really love them, is I don't have to modify them. Now, if you need to throw the light a long distance outdoors, or it's very, very bright outside, then you have to shoot Godox or Profoto or whatever else. But then you run into modification issues, and you run into the wind and all that kind of stuff. So just keep that in mind. Thoughts thoughts on the RXO. Thanks for passing knowledge and entertainment our way. We greatly appreciate it. I don't even know what that is, man. The RXO. I'm sorry. I wish I could. You're welcome, but I don't know what that is. I've used LED panels for years, shooting Sony True Live View. It's the only way to go. See the light, shoot the light. That's right, baby boy. I have two GVM RGB LED panels, of static hot lights, really cheap, portable, and very versatile. Hey, if they work for you, man, go for it. What is your opinion about the Sony 18-105G? It's a good lens. It's on par with the Tamron 17-70, but it's not going to blow your brains away. I mean, it's an f4 lens, so. Hey, I was in where? Botone with you, love. Where? Boston, probably Boston. I was in Boston with you, love watching. Do you think A9 will drop in price? Still saving to have my A7 III. I think it already dropped in price, to be honest with you. And thank you for joining me in Boston. It's very kind of you. Thank you for being there, my man. Hey, Jason, for landscape, astro, and portraits, would you go with the Tamron 17-2 or the Sony 21.8? Oh, wow. Well, no, that's a good question. No, dump the Sony. I would definitely do the Tamron. But it depends. Are you shooting crop sensor? But yeah. I wish Lanier would use more beauty dishes in his shoots, but I think those are more for studio work. Well, I mean, I use the deflector plates and the monolights, which effectively turns all of them into beauty dishes, my love. I use the Godox 600, and it's a pain in the ass. This is why I'm thinking about the Nova Pro 2, because I would shoot it bare. Exactly. And I'm not hating on Godox. They have a place, but I've burned through so many batteries. If it's hot outside, if it's humid outside, they don't work. And I have countless people, from assistants to other photographers to models, who have been with me when it happens, and it starts to sing a little song, and I want to take that monolight and I want to throw it in the ocean when that happens. It really gets on my nerves. Dude, you've been kicking ass lately. Great to see. That's right. And I thank you for noticing. I am working very hard, and I really appreciate it. But I'm shooting Miss Ina tomorrow. Then the 12th, go back down to LA. Then the 15th is a one-on-one shoot in LA. Then the 17th, I fly to Tennessee, and then it's to Miami. It's insane, and I got so much stuff lined up. It's insane. It's the busiest I've ever been in my career. It's incredible. I have used tall tripods instead of a light stand for 8600 outside, so I can get over 7 feet with 3 legs of stability. Yeah, that would work. To me, the stability isn't the issue. It's the modifier. The modifier is always the problem with the conditions that are windy. If you're in any sort of a condition that's windy, the modifier is going to be what fails you. And I don't care how hard you tighten it or how how many sandbags you use, that modifier will twist in the wind. It will twist. Unless you start getting clamps and ropes and bungee cords, that thing's going to twist. And the more you lock down that modifier, the more prone you're going to make that whole unit, that whole assembly into falling over. Wind and modifiers are enemies. On the beach, metal, beauty dishes, or anything aerodynamic for the wind. You got that right. Or an assistant. Yep, that's another one. The RXO is Sony's GoPro. Oh, I got it. Yeah, I like their action cam. I think Sony's action cams are actually pretty great. They've always been better than GoPro, to be honest, but GoPro's always had an advantage because they were first. GoPro's really fallen off quite a bit, but no, the RXOs, I don't use an RXO, but I use a lot of the Sony action cams, and they have better image stabilization than the GoPro. So I'm actually a fan of the Sony action cam lineup. Waiting for you to come to New York City. Just fell onto your show. Really enjoying the knowledge. Thank you, Elliot. I would love to see you there, my man. And as soon as all this COVID insanity is over, I'll be there. You have the A7R3. Thanks for your honest, helpful info. You're welcome. Thank you. You said the old Flashpoint 600 was a workhorse. You're right. It is. That's the one I'm using now. You're absolutely right, Zone Television. I got out of the 8600 Pro garbage. Okay, somebody's going to record that and say, Jason hates on Godox. I don't, but that thing has failed me so much. That Flashpoint 600, the original that they came out with like 6 years ago, when nobody wanted to put the name Godox on their lights, and so they rebranded them as Bolt and Flashpoint and everything else. When the Chinese just sold it to B&H as Bolt, and they sold it to Adorama as Flashpoint. That's the origin story for Godox, and then they sell to everyone else and their mother, and so they slap different names on it. But you're right. No, I'm not going to deny that either. The Flashpoint Explorer, that's what I'm using now. I got so tired of my Godox 8600 being a piece of crap that I finally started shooting the Explorer again, and that's sitting in my bag right now, straight up. Oh, Rhodolite isn't available in India. That's the major flaw. Yeah, if it's not available, that sucks, dude. I'll talk to Rhodolite, but yeah, we got to get that into India. We should have a big Rhodolite coming out party, and I should come to India. I should be part of the Festival of Color. I should ride an elephant, and we should have a big Titan on the back of the elephant. That would be fun. Any plans for Detroit or Michigan in general? Yeah, I'd love to get back there. I certainly love that place, so I'd love to get back there. Well, all of your upcoming travel, did you get a vaccine? Nope. I've been traveling the entire time during COVID. I've never stopped. Never. By the way, us having a mandate to wear masks in airports is the most moronic thing ever. You want to know why, my friends? You don't walk into any airport and ever see anyone without a mask. And I've been in so many airports since COVID. I'm telling you, people wear masks in airports. Some of the things that we do are just to make us mentally feel better. They're not there's no tangible outcome that comes from some of these things that we put in place. But no, I haven't gotten a vaccine. I met you once or twice when you were in New York. When you coming back? Oh, Lionel, you're my baby boy. You know I love you. I'm coming back. You have a crazy freaking mayor and governor, Lionel. You know, I can't stand those folks out there. As soon as COVID, as soon as they allow us to meet and not, get arrested, it's ridiculous what's going on. A modifier becomes a cell. Yes, it does. Is it worth upgrading from a Neo 2 to the EOS if you're on a budget? What's up, Adam? My friend Adam. I definitely believe it is, because you get twice the power and you get twice or three times really the spread outcome of the light. So I definitely think it's worth it. A Grand Godox 600 suckage. Yep. I have two Flashpoint 600 still going strong on original batteries. Good for you on original batteries. Yeah. The 8600s suck big time, but the Flashpoint Explorer, those things are legit. Are you a card carrying COVID carrier? No, I am not. I do not have a card that says I have COVID, which is literally what you said. So no, I am not. I learned a lot of stuff off camera from your videos. Hope you visit Bangladesh someday. I would love to visit Bangladesh. I would love to. You and I can go on a little, we can go shoot something really fun. You have made me really interested on Rhodolites, saving for a pair instead of replacing my RM5 DSR. Yeah, get into lights, guys. Get into lights. Lenses and lights before bodies. Get one body and then focus on lenses and lights, my children. They are recommended. You're supposed to wear 2 masks now. I can't. Driving me crazy. Yeah, take your 2 masks and shove it, okay? You know, take pretty much we're just going to have to walk around in the giant-sized condoms and never see other people and never interact with human beings. Unbelievable. Glasses or contacts? I don't know. I'm getting old. I'm probably going to have glasses or contacts at some point. What would I get? I don't know. I think aesthetically I'd prefer contacts, but glasses I'd have to, but I don't know if I have the patience. I don't know. I'd probably do glasses, to be honest. Jason, Terrence here. Oh, what's up, my man? I love my baby boy. Miss you. Love the lives, wedding workshops. Yeah, Terrence was my love child at Philly. I had a thing going on with Terrence. We had a good time. We hooked up. I should just stop. None of that's true except for the fact that Terrence was with me in Philly, but it was a lot of fun. Any word on the Titan contest? It's happening, guys, but Rhodolites, it's a big choice to give away a Titan, so we're making sure we get it right. So you'll know when we post. Is a Titan X1 manageable for outdoor shooting without an assistant? Yes, it is. I shoot with the Titan X1 quite a bit without an assistant. The Titan X2, no. The Titan X1, yes. Would the Nikon Z7 II be good for sports photography? Okay, now people are going to say I'm hating on Nikon, and Lionel has my cell phone number, and he always texts me after lives telling me I'm hating on Nikon. I'm not. I just really prefer Sony's focus system for fast action stuff, but I think pretty much any mirrorless camera, see, Lionel, this is me trying to be a good guy to you. I think any mirrorless camera, all mirrorless cameras are getting to the point where they're going to be able to really handle that. But yeah, I think that would probably do a really good job. Can you make a video on changing the power on the transmitter for the Neo 2 in flash mode? Absolutely. Lionel recommends glasses. Will I be more attractive to you, Lionel, if I wear glasses? That's my question. Will you want a piece of this white chocolate? Roses are red, violets are blue. If you really care, we'll wear 2. Oh my God. Exactly. Excellent workshops, everyone. Thank you, my man. I was getting ready to. The mask is a placebo. Yeah. Stop hating. I'm not hating on Nikon. I'm not. It's just the way that it is, my friends. It's just the way that it is. So no, I shoot Nikon Z6 II, and I admit it's great, but it struggles with fast action. I shoot ballerinas in some sports, but I know the Sony and Canon are a bit better now. They are, and that's just the truth. CDC to recommend NASA astronauts spacesuits next to prevent COVID. Yeah, exactly. You know, it's interesting. I do have to say this. I can go to a tire shop. I can go to McDonald's. I can go to Taco Bell. I can go to get my car stereo installed, and I live in California, okay? I can go anywhere. But you know what's crazy? I can go all of those places, but our schools are closed. Just let's just think about that for a minute. I can go to virtually any business, but our schools are still closed. The kids are the ones who are getting screwed the hardest out of this whole thing. It's sad. Canon is really great in focusing these days. Since you aren't bound to by Sony, could do some comparison videos. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm going to get into more stuff as well. I'm going to get into the Fuji. I don't know. That Fuji GFX 100 sounds fun. Not practical. I mean, 100 megapixels or whatever the hell it is. It's not practical, but fun. Yeah, it sounds fun. Like I always tell you guys, if you're rich and you have the means, buy whatever camera body you want. But if you're not, don't. When we left on this road trip, I got a call by a random fan, and he's asking me the same thing. And he's like, I'm about to buy the A1. And I said, just ask yourself, how is it really going to change your photography? Or do you just want it? And finally, he admitted, I just want it. And I said, well, if it's just a want, think of what you could spend $7,000 on, especially once you add those incredibly expensive memory cards. You're looking at $7,500, $8,000, guys. It's crazy. Dominic Hints. Jason. Hi, Jason. What's up, my man? I'm more in landscape, but I have more portraits with a 70 to 300 at 300 millimeters and love the shots. Is there a portrait lens law about the right lens, or every lens can be a portrait one? Well, great question. In regards to a portrait lens law, you would want to have a lens that the wider you go, the more distorted their faces are going to be. So you have to be very careful. If you want to actually diminish the size of somebody's nose, you shoot them with a longer focus lens. So that's why a lot of folks love a 70 to 200. And if you shoot at 200, you're really compressing that image, and you're pulling the background in, and you're compressing their face into the background, which gives it it diminishes the largeness of somebody's nose, which is flattering. Conversely, if you shoot with something like a 20 millimeter and you get really close up onto somebody, you're going to increase the size of their features and make them look like a Disney character, and not the pretty ones, but like, the ones with the big ears and the big noses. So you have to be very mindful of that. But I think in general, the reason why most portrait lenses exist between 35 millimeters and 200 millimeters is that's the optimal range. And that's one reason why that, whatever that thing is, that Tamron 70 to 70 is great. It's like what is that? That's like a 25 to 105 f2.8 lens. It's really a great lens, dude. I'm telling you. Marquis de Saint says, please come to St. Louis. I know some killer spots here too. I'd love to come to St. Louis. I love that place. I've done some crazy stuff in St. Louis. Crazy. We went driving around at night in the bad areas of St. Louis in a Chevy Tahoe, making people think we were the cops. That was hilarious until somebody pulled out, and this is a true story. That was hilarious until somebody pulled out a machine gun and pointed it at the car. And we said, okay, it's time for us to not do this anymore. So that's a true story. But I love St. Louis. It's a lot of fun when you're not getting chased off by machine guns. Even a D7 7500 does better for sports than a Z6. Could be. Sony's focus system is unmatched. It really is. Hola, mi Sanchito. What's up, baby boy? What's your typical Rotolite setup today for traveling to austere locations? How many lights, modifiers, batteries? Typically, if I can, I'll take a Titan. But if I can't, then I'll take an Overpro 2 and an EOS and then 2 Neo 2. That's usually my light setup, and that fits all inside of an Overpro 2 bag. And I'll typically throw that in a suitcase so it's protected even more. That's how I travel with it. It's funny how COVID only hits senior homes but not apartments. Must be injections. Yeah, no doubt. The inmates are in charge of the asylum. Unfortunately, it's true. Tamron lens. Yes, they're robbing the children. Yeah, guys, let's protect the people who get COVID. Old people, let's protect them. Absolutely. Let's protect people who have pre-existing conditions. The kids have lost. And obviously, as a father, this means a lot to me. Watching my kids do this school, like suicide rates are up. It's insane. It's insane that what we're doing to our kids. We're robbing their childhood. It's awful. Awful. How are your boys handling the distance learning? They hate it. It's horrible. It's just ridiculous. What do you think of a 100 to 400 G Master? Well, I have the 100 to 400. That's great for wildlife photography, and I have it. It's a great lens. A1 is a video camera. A1 is it's the best overall camera. It's a great camera. And yeah, the A1 is a phenomenal camera for people who don't want to spend all the money on the pro level lineup of Sony video cameras. It's like a baby version of that. So it's really made a lot more for those folks. Parents can do a better job than the teachers teaching the kids. Not if the parents have to work. Not if the parents have to work. And teachers shouldn't be getting paid just to sit at home. And I have teachers, and my family, I come from an educational background where both my parents are educators. My mom's a school psychologist. Two of my brothers are teachers. So I'm not trying to hate on teachers. I'm just saying it's when teachers refuse to start teaching kids. I mean, I don't know what to say to that. Do you have any subscribers goals for this year? I would love to see you hit 1 million. I don't have any subscriber goals. Guys, I don't pay attention to the numbers. I mean, it's nice when I go up, and I certainly like it when we increase. But my whole thing, and really, you go through a phase as an influencer where you are watching your numbers, and then if you have any sort of sanity, you decide you want to be a normal human being again, and you stop caring about stuff like that, and you start caring about the followers. So I care about the people like you who are sitting here talking to me tonight. Those are the people I care about. I care about the depth of my following versus the width. I'm going up in followers, but I'm much more concerned with connecting with the people and giving you a real benefit to watching me versus if I can reach X amount of viewers or followers. And the people who are reaching those astronomical numbers, they're promoting themselves and purchasing that to make it happen. And that's just a reality. I'm not hating on them. That's just a reality. And that's not something that I do. I just don't do it. I have better things to do with my money than to pad my own ego and say, oh, look how many followers I have. That's just, I'm not trying to be blunt, but that's just where I'm at. I told you, Jason, you can test my Z7 II and give an honest review. Oh, I'd love to. Yeah, that'd be great. If I use a Sony full frame lens on an APS-C body, do I get the same focal? Nope, you do not. You get, it actually is horrible to do that. You should actually do the opposite. You should have a full frame body and use it. No, my bad. You should actually, no, you're doing the right thing. My bad. If you use a full frame lens on an APS-C body, no, that is a good thing, but you are still cutting it. But you're not cutting your resolution. What I was going to say is if you use a crop sensor lens on a full frame body, it actually cuts your resolution. That's what you really want to avoid. But no, that's a really good thing to do because I recommend buying full frame lenses if you can, because even if you have a crop sensor body, at some point you're going to upgrade to a full frame body, and you don't want to have a bunch of crop sensor lenses when you do that. That being said, if I could take one camera body and I was like doing really light travel work and I needed to do everything, I'm not kidding. I would do the A6500 with the Tamron 17-70. I cannot tell you how much I love that combo. When I first Googled Sony A1, it looked like a Sony TV. That's funny. 27.5 to 112. There you go. Do you clean your own sensors? Yeah, I do. You know, you can just blow on them. You can take a, you know, like a leaf blower and set your camera up on a tripod and get a leaf blower and blow air into it and it'll blast it out. Don't do that. That's just a joke, guys. But no, but that's another reason if you can join one of the professional services by Sony, Canon, or Nikon, it's great because you can get your lenses and your sensors cleaned. Typically, I would have my sensors cleaned whenever I would attend a photography convention, which we haven't been able to do. So my sensors probably look like, you know, a minefield at this point. But since I shoot wide open, I don't really see it. But I'm just being really straight with you guys. The compression you were just speaking about, does that increase with the crop sensors? No, it does not. I have the Canon EOS R. Awesome. How much pressure can you use cleaning the sensor? Don't press hard, and I would avoid wet. I would avoid cleaning your sensors with anything wet. That's a nightmare. Love how you've been rocking the 20 millimeter. Thank you. Yeah, I love shooting it. It's great stuff. The teachers union are doing this to the kids. It's pretty crazy. John, what's up, brother? What are the plans for Florida? I'm registered for the 26th. Anything else I can help with so I can move my schedule around? I get in on the 22nd, and then I have a few shoots lined up. But I think I could, if you're available the 25th, John, that would be awesome if you're available. I own the Canon 70 to 200 VR2 on my Sony A7 III. Would you sell it for the 8512? The 8512, which 8512? The Canon? No, I would not. The 8512, are you talking about the EF lens? I would not sell it for the 85 1.2 EF. It's not very sharp. Jason honestly loves teaching us and sharing the knowledge and Get very excited very happy when we succeed. I really do. Jason, you always put out quality content. I always seem to learn something good. Thank you. I'm really happy to hear that. Hi, I'm from Pakistan, and it's early morning. Love your work. Stay blessed. Well, thank you. You stay blessed in Pakistan too, my love. You've got your head in the right place, and that's better than half the battle in life. Thank you. Man, Jason, do you ever use that 90 millimeter STF? Used it in Cuba and a few other shoots. No, it's the 100 millimeter STF, and yes, I do use it. It's a really great lens, but you have to have a lot of available light for it to be really beneficial. 50 millimeter on a crop sensor is like 75 or 85. It's a 75. APS-C is 1.6 full frame magnification. Not for Sony, it isn't. It's 1.5. How's the focusing and auto focusing on the 1770? It's great. Your rings are amazing. I still expect a story how you knocked out somebody with them and left marks on their faces. Oh, it'll happen. I guarantee it'll happen. With all of the shenanigans I get in. Canon Professional Services has been excellent for me for the past 20 years. Part of the reason I stay on the platform. Yeah, it is. It's good stuff. So is Sony Pro Services. They're great. Sony sensors attracts dust more easily than others. I don't believe that. And I'm not trying to be mean. I just don't believe it. I mean, if you're changing lenses, crap gets in there. So get a little blower and blow that mother freaker out. Have you seen the NFL? Have you seen the NFL using the Sony A7R4 in the end zone shots? No, I haven't seen that. But if you're shooting the NFL with the A7R4, I think you've had way too many mushrooms or Molly or ecstasy or something. I've never had any of those drugs, but I've heard good things about them. That's a joke. Don't do drugs. All right. Why is cleaning the sensor with something wet a nightmare? Or it leaves smudges. It leaves smudges. So if you think about how hard it is for us mere mortals to clean a window without leaving marks on it, think about when you go to the gas station, you're using a squeegee. How many of us, myself included, ever get the window clean without leaving marks? We rarely do. So if you are trying to do wet clean to your sensor, you're going to leave those smudges, and then that's a nightmare. Jason, how is life after the surgery? I remember you going through one. And you were inactive on YouTube for quite a while. Yeah, I had hip surgery a year ago, and I've been working my way back to walking. I've lost 40 something pounds since my hip surgery, and I'm doing 10,000 steps a day, and I've done 58 days in a row. So I've driven 8 hours today. It's another reason why I can't stay on this forever. I got to get my steps in. How many steps am I in for the day? I'm at 4,361, so I got to get my fat ass walking. How much does sensor cleaning cost? I like 50 to 100 bucks. When are you coming to Chicago, Jason? As soon as all this craziness is over. Do you come to Canada like Alberta? I love coming to Canada. I used to go there 2 or 3 times a year before COVID, so as soon as it ends, I'll be up there. Greetings from Thailand. Would you recommend a Sigma 105 for Sony? Yeah, I love the Sigma 105. If you already have the full stable of lenses that you really need, then go ahead and grab it. I think it's great. Any thoughts on Nikon's future? Yeah, I think it's going down. And I've thought that for many, many years. The thought of cleaning my Nikon terrifies me. Oh, don't be scared, baby boy. You can do it. If you can be a parent, you can clean your sensor on your camera. Leave the sensor deep cleaning to the pros. If Canon or Sony services break it, they can easily fix it. Bingo. What's that fridge behind you? I'm at a Marriott Residence Inn. What's the fridge? This is here. Well, I'll give you a virtual tour today. All right, so this is the humble abode. See how much I love you guys? I haven't even had a chance to even unpack my stuff, and I did a live stream with you guys before getting all my stuff together. So that is my level of commitment to you guys. Much love. Apple Watch. No, this is a Fitbit. Apple Watch is a ripoff. Only 3 trillion more steps to go. Well, I pretended like I was trying to show you guys something, but the truth is I was just trying to get a few more steps in. How many did that add? Oh, great. I got 5 more steps. Okay. What was your most dangerous photo shoot? Oh man. Well, it was definitely when I was in Portland with those asses in Antifa. I hate Antifa. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. And so I'm not Republican or Democrat going here, guys. I hate them. They've chased me. They smashed. I was stupid because I have a nice SUV, but it's just a regular SUV, and I drive it around, and I've driven it for over a decade, and it's nice. It gets the job done, and that's my photo SUV, whatever. Well, for some stupid reason, I had the bright idea to take my Mercedes to Portland, okay, for the riots. I have no clue why I thought this was a good idea. No clue what went through my brain to decide to take my nicest car to Portland for the riots. I didn't think that they would actually chase me to my car, but they did. And these dumb people chased me with hockey sticks, hockey masks, and they smashed the back of my car. That was definitely one of the most dangerous things that I've done. Another time when I was in Ethiopia, they were throwing huge ass rocks at us. That was pretty hairy. I've been chased. I've been robbed. I've been carjacked in Paris. That was a really fun one. I was in Paris, and my flight wasn't for another 4 or 5 hours. And so I parked at a gas station, and it was like 4 a.m. I parked at a gas station because the airport wasn't allowing you to check in that early, and there was nothing to shoot. I was done. And so I was in Paris, and I parked my car, and I was exhausted. So I went to sleep in the car. Well, these two, I'm trying to be nice here. These two, well, I'm French. I can make fun of French people because, I mean, technically Lanier is French. So these dumb Frenchies came over and opened the car doors. Now, before you're wondering, why did they open the door? Because over there in Europe, they have something where if the car's running, you're unable to lock your car. Now, they do it so you don't lock yourself out. Well, unfortunately, if you're an idiot, like apparently I was, sleeping at a gas station during the 4 a.m. middle of the night, you're French, I'm subscribed. I don't blame you. Anyway, so they broke into the car while I'm in there. Well, you guys know me. I'm not going to put up with that. So they broke into the car, and they both sides, they opened both doors simultaneously. And so the guy who comes in on my side, he starts to grab me and starts to pull me to get me out of the car. I grab the car door, and I start smashing his arm. And every time he screamed, even in that moment, I'm telling you, every time he screamed, it brought me so much joy. I was so happy every time I heard him scream. The other guy, in the meanwhile, I'm trying to fend him off with my other arm. He got away with my North Face jacket, which had my my wallet. So they got my wallet. They got my North Face jacket. I didn't care about the jacket so much, but obviously the wallet. And one thing that I always do is I always keep my passport in my pocket of the jeans that I'm wearing for that purpose. So I had my passport, which I was very happy. Would have been very difficult getting home. So I don't know. I got lots of stories. Someday I'll write a book. Love from Mexico. You're my hero. Well, thank you. That's very kind of you. I'm not gonna start bagging on Biden or Trump. I'm not, because I have fans who love Biden and I have fans who love Trump. And the honest truth is, I love all of those fans. That's reality. So you guys don't follow me to hear what I think about Trump or Biden. You follow me for photography, and I respect the reason you follow me. And the way that I respect that is by not bagging on Biden or bagging on Trump. That's not why you come here. But I'll always make fun of Antifa. I hate them. I hate them. Anyone who hurts other people and destroys stuff, I hate them. People who destroyed the Capitol, hate them. People who destroyed Portland, just anybody who's out to make life hell for other people and commit lawlessness, we're not going to be friends. Can you walk us through verbally on how you approach a scene from then light and finally take the picture? Well, first I walk the scene. I decide what I'm going to shoot. I decide what light I need to shoot it with, and then I decide the lens that I'm going to utilize. Actually, usually I'll decide the lens first and then the light, because the lens, if I'm shooting it tight or wide, will determine if I need a light that throws the distance of the light far, or if I can get a light source close. So that's really what I do. Ooh la la. Can you, hi from Wisconsin. Hello. Your thoughts on the, have you had the chance to try the new Sony G Master? I have not. I have no desires to try it. I'm sure it's great, but I have the Sony Zeiss 35. Guys, if you follow the way that I purchase gear, you will do well. I have no need for the Sony 35 G Master. I have the Sony Zeiss. I just don't need it, so I'm not even looking at it. Damn, Grand Theft Auto style carjack. Yeah, it was fun. There's some sarcasm said in that. Antifa idiots broke my car too in Seattle. So much for justice. Exactly. They're asses. So the police okay, I'm not going to get into Democrats, Republicans. I love everybody, but I want to be kind to everybody. I'm not trying to be like that. I hate it when people I follow, everybody has strong feelings on that, and I'm trying to be somebody you guys come to for photography, not the other stuff. I know what the hell I don't know what the hell I was thinking. The Jason Lanier story. That's the title of the book. Yeah. Hello from Kansas City. Hello. You're welcome, Lionel. If you do a book, please put me down for an autograph copy. I definitely will, Dave. Thank you. It's very kind of you. When do you white balance when using colored lights, before or after? Well, you set your lights and then you set your white balance. Tell us your most paid photo shoot. Oh, I got paid. I think my most paid was, I got paid $25,000 to do a commercial shoot for a day. That was pretty good money. Pre-COVID. I don't see you using reflectors anymore. Why is that? Just because of the style shooting that I'm doing right now, but I love reflectors. It's just because I'm out road tripping and doing a lot of stuff by myself. Using reflectors when you're by yourself is honestly not very feasible, but when I have people, I love reflectors. That's the only reason. Keep your political thoughts to yourself. Very smart. Well, you guys come to me for photography, not for politics. Hats off to the 100S legends participating in the live. Yes. When are you coming to Chicago? As soon as this is all over. Are you still an ambassador for Sony today? No, I am not an ambassador for Sony. And I'm very grateful to be where I'm at right now because it gives me the freedom to make videos like I did. And I'll just leave it at that. Since you're losing weight and eating well, what are the petered snacks or preferred snacks? Low carb. I'm doing a lot of low carb stuff. So that's kind of what I'm doing. When are you coming to London? Guys, and I love you, and I love the fact that you guys want to see me in these places, but all of these places are when this madness with COVID ends. And when it ends, I'm going to be booking so many, flights on Delta, my computer will probably blow up. So as soon as it ends, I'll be out there, my friends. Have I been to Costa Rica? Hello from Costa Rica. I have not, and I would love to go there. That's one place I want to go. I want to jump off of the volcano. That would be fun. You and I can do that, Brian. We can wear banana hammocks and jump off a volcano and paraglide somewhere. I don't know where my brain comes up with this stuff. How do you balance colored lights when using flash? Well, you don't. You balance the white balance with your flash, not the colored lights. Sorry, okay. How do you feel about squirrels getting the right to vote? I think it's fantastic. We should allow squirrels, ducks, geese, worms, anything that wants to vote should be allowed to vote. Why not? I mean, they're part of this world. They live with the consequences of what we make. When you come into Narnia, no COVID in the closet. Yeah, I don't know. I would love to go to Narnia, but that's just not in the books right now. Staying out of politics, yet talking about different camera brands. Tricky politics are everywhere. Yeah, that's true. But you guys are here for my opinions on camera, so I'll give you my opinions on camera. You're not here for my opinions on whether or not Joe Biden sleeps through his entire presidency and gets bossed around by everybody, or whether or not Donald Trump is a dictator. You guys come to me for camera stuff. Jason Lanier for president? Hell yeah, let's do it. Joe versus the volcano? No, Jason versus the volcano. Hell yeah. Which one of your hobbies you give most of your free time? Definitely cars. Definitely working on cars. What would the cost be to get a Jason Lanier year season pass to all events? That's such a cool question. You know, that's a cool question. I don't know. What would I charge? $5,000? Who knows? It would probably be worth like if you paid for each individual workshop, it probably would cost you 20 grand or 15 grand. But if somebody really wanted to like have a pass to come to all of them, I'd probably do $5,000. You can go anywhere. That'd be fun. Where are you broadcasting from? I am in San Jose, California. Thank you for being pro squirrel. We get a bad rap. Absolutely. Yep, he does sleep though, just to throw that out there. Yep. What's the most popular yet overrated piece or type of gear in your opinion? Wow, that's an interesting question. I don't know. I think the thing that we get overly excited about, which is again, it dovetails into the last video I made. I think we become overly excited over camera bodies, and camera bodies, as exciting as they are, and I get excited about them too, as exciting as they are, we really get the bang for the buck with lights and lenses. Guys, I'm going to keep repeating that lights and lenses make great pictures, not camera bodies. That's a reality. Okay. The vast majority, 98% of you out there are not shooting the NFL. As I'm not shooting the NFL. I've shot the NFL, but I'm not shooting the NFL. So the point is, you don't need a camera that focuses, lightning fast. You just don't. It's fun. It's great, but that's not what you need. Would you rather take a picture of Trump or Biden? Oh man, I'd say both. I mean, I'd love to take a picture of both of them for different reasons. I think Trump would be a blast. I think he'd be so much fun to shoot. Just the way he talks and his mannerisms and the different facial expressions that you'd get out of him. I think that would be just a riot. I think shooting Biden would be a very different experience. I think he would come across, it'd be much more of a traditional portrait of a president. Much more of a, he would want to be portrayed in a more statesman manner. So I think that it would be fun, and for very different reasons, to shoot both of them. I think I could probably, but can you imagine me and Trump on a photo shoot? Oh my gosh. The fireworks there would be great. Are you still doing more COVID documentaries? As soon as stuff pops up, I sure do. Greetings from San Jose, Costa Rica. Are you still related to Rhodolite? Yes, I am Rhodolite's main spokesperson because Rhodolite lets me be me. That's why. Jason, I mainly shoot video on my YouTube channel. However, I know you are more experienced than I am. Whenever you have time, check out my latest video. I want to know what other ways I can improve. When I get the time, I'll definitely do that, brother. Being an office photographer who shoots mostly landscapes and Sony's supposed to release several cameras, do you see a possible camera coming out along with the A7 IV and cheaper? I don't know. I don't know, guys. I'm just telling you, I know I'm a broken record, but if you focus on lenses and lights, you're going to be much better served than focusing on camera bodies. I'm telling you. You really are. People will pay big bucks for the Trump pictures. Yeah, that's probably true. You do weddings according to the video. What was the most crowded wedding you attended here in Bangladesh? For the max number of guests were 600. I shot an Indian wedding that was about 600-700. It was pretty crazy. It was slamming. You guys want to have a good time? Go to an Indian wedding. They're crazy in a good way. It's a lot of fun. What you said about fast focusing and not shooting the NFL, gospel. That's why I'm so comfortable with my Nikon Z6 II and lens for now. Exactly. Trump and Jason on a photo shoot. Sign me up. I'm not going to lie. That would be so hilarious. I would say something to piss him off. It would be really funny. How many times you say, oh my gosh, per day? I don't know. I'd probably guess 8.2. I'll definitely pay even more for that live stream. I know. A Trump shoot would be great. A great pay-per-view live stream. Yeah, something tells me Trump would not agree to a pay-per-view live stream of my shoot with him. Something just tells me that wouldn't happen. So, guys, I've had a great time with you tonight. I got to grab some dinner. I thank you for your time. I just wanted to make sure to keep following up and doing these live streams with you guys and just connecting with you and sharing my love back to you for you guys joining me on here. But thank you so much for your time. I love you guys. Until next time, keep shooting, never give up on your dreams. Find out what works for you. And before you do that, guys, check out my podcast, jasonlanier.com/podcast. Also, check out the if you're in Miami, guys, hit up that Miami workshop at AVC Camera Store. It's going to be awesome. And I'm really grateful that you guys really, really like these live streams, and I'm grateful that you're here participating with me. Give it a thumbs up before you guys leave. Thank you so much. Drop a comment, and I love you. Until next time, keep shooting, never give up on your dreams. Find a gear that works for you, and remember, you only have one chance to get it right. Talk to you guys later. Bye.